All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Ooh, we're finally here. It's Module 3 is always my favorite event of the year. It is so exciting to share these principles at the highest level possible and to also reconnect with everybody and hear the stories of the wonderful things that have been happening in your lives and the patience and everything that's been happening for you. Quantum Neurology, we've had some very exciting things happen this year. For the first time, we went international, and I taught in Australia. So that was very exciting. And we have some Australians here this weekend. Let's have you all stand up. So thank you for being here. And we also have some other international doctors here as well, and Dr. Leaf from Sweden. So let's give him a hand. Thank you so much. And Dr. Jay-Fu from Taiwan. And am I missing anybody? International doctors? Oxnard. Excellent. Just down the road there. So it's so exciting to see quantum neurology growing around the world. And everybody in this room especially understands the power of this work and what it means to start reaching out into other countries and seeing what's happening there. So it's this weekend I'm very excited also to introduce a new concept. I call it holographic healing, of course, after my book, Holographic Healing. We're going to be teaching holographic exercises and the intuitive side of healing work. It's something that I've developed over many years. So I've been doing martial arts for 30 years and then healing for 20 years. So a combined 50 years of experience and putting all that together, and we're going to just present it to you on Saturday. Extremely powerful concepts that I feel will elevate your intuition and your ability to connect to your patients, yourselves, and understanding more of the terrain of the energetics of the body, not just the neurology of the system. As we all know, we have that down pretty well. And of course, there's always room for improvement. But we're going to introduce concepts that are, in my opinion, revolutionary to healing on Saturday. So I'm very excited to share that. As you know, I look at the nervous system as an antenna that communicates into three environments. The three environments being the internal physical environment. We have the external physical environment, which is communicated through our five senses. And then there's the non-physical or interdimensional environment. And so far, in the interdimensional or non-physical environment, we have our all of our emotions, our love, feeling of joy, compassion, our connectivity to ourself, our self-communication, our communication with others around us, and also our spiritual connection. So all those things occur non-physically. And so far in quantum neurology, even at this high level, we've only really explored the physical side of the nervous system, dealing with the internal physical, the external physical, five sensory. And on Saturday, we're going to be introducing more advanced concepts that branch out into the non-physical communication of the nervous system. So I'm very excited to share those concepts. So with that being said, I'd like to hand around the mic. I have this nice little camera set up that'll just follow you. And I want everybody to introduce yourself and just share your experience with quantum neurology so far. And just to get everybody to know each other, we're going to be a tight group by the end of the weekend here. So we'll start here with Leif. Let's have you stand up, please.
Oh. Okay, I don't think I'm going to talk so much about cases. It's, everybody in here has done QN techniques and get the marvelous results. I just want to say that with the QN technique, it's making much more sense. I get more accurate and secure results, and they're consistent. And it makes my practice more secure, and I can explain things better, and I'm very happy with that.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Stephen. Tell everybody your name and where you're from, please.
I'm Stephen Smith. I'm from Stevensville, Montana, and I've been doing quantum neurology now for a year. My My original impetus for getting to this class was a patient of mine had a 21-year-old son who was in a multiple rollover automobile accident. He was ejected from this pickup truck and got an L1 spinal cord injury that left him as a paraplegic. And I'm pleased to say that he's walking now.
All right.
And so, really good stuff. And that's just one side of things. I mean, the depth and breadth of these neurologic applications can apply to so many of our patients, as you guys are all figuring out as you're doing the work. But it's just been a wonderful addition to my practice, so I thank you, George.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. I love it. Yeah, go ahead, Martin. And there's a mic, too, so you can talk into that.
Oh, okay. I'm Marjorie Lee. I'm from Alameda, California, and I think I've been doing quantum neurology for about 3 years, I think. I'm not sure.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm very thankful. I didn't know that how important this work would be. My mom had a stroke last November, and I've been doing QN on her, and it's really helped. I mean, she still has difficulty walking, but it's just such profound work. And I had taken her to the rehab center and watched what the physical therapists and what the occupational therapists provided, and it wasn't much. You know, this work is so magical compared to what the medical community can offer to these people who are compromised, who have a stroke and are damaged. And I look forward to learning more. Thank you.
Excellent. Absolutely. Thank you. And Michael.
Michael DeFino. I'm in San Anselmo, California. I've been practicing quantum neurology since 2008 and love doing it. Makes practice so much more fun, and I'm not afraid when somebody crawls into the office anymore. So.
Excellent.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Stephan Seal, and I live in Sun Valley, Idaho. And I've been studying here with George since 2008 as well, thanks to Michael, who originally told me to come with him. And
Welcome here.
Yeah, right. It was difficult, right? And I'm so glad to see other people here from other countries, from Australia and Sweden and Taipei. It's really great, so we know we have other friends around the world. In case we get in trouble there, we know who to go to for help. And always a pleasure to be here, and always to have you as a great teacher, and thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Let's give this row a hand, everybody.
My name is Ron Stelmacher. I practice in Appleton, Wisconsin. I've been working with George since, I guess, about 2004. And while we know true miracles can only come from our grand creator, the miracles are so common that sadly we just take them for granted. It's just what we expect working with what you taught us, so we appreciate that. It's been said that our ability to love is equal to our ability to teach and to treat. And if that's true, then this has certainly contributed to my ability to love others and treat them. So thanks a lot, George.
I'm Mike Jones from Bozeman, Montana. Been about 2 years now. Originally got in to help my wife after a car accident. This past May, I had a patient come in that was bucked off a horse and broke his neck 14 years ago. Was told he'd never walk again. He fought his way back to being able to be full-time employed and walking with a very difficult gait, but he's a plumber. And after the Module 3 in May, I went back and said, let's see what we can do with this. And measured his right thigh, 5 inches above the patella, 17 1/4 inches. Measured his left thigh, it's 15 inches. Saw him every week between May and July, and measured it again. It's within 1/4 inch of the right thigh. And so I'm here to figure, his buttock hasn't kept up, and so I'm here to figure out what I missed.
Thank you for being here.
My name is Steve Wiley, and I'm from Victoria, Canada International. I've always said that the reason I come to quantum neurology is to get fixed, and I came here about 3 years ago with a shoulder problem that I had for about 3 years, and George fixed it in 5 minutes. He sold me there. It's extremely exciting, yes. And thank you very much, George. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm David Comans from Canberra in Australia. It's the nation's capital there. A lot of people think Sydney is. Yeah, I've been doing this since, when did you first come out to Australia? It was March, so this year. So it's been a huge experience for me to be able to come over here as well and continue with this. I'm completely sold on this, that's why I'm here again, and it's just allowed me to do so many things in the clinic that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Being able to go into hospitals and treat people in hospitals and have the neurologists and the people in the hospital not wanting to kick me out straight away like they have in the past. So they've been impressed with what's going on as well. So it's been great. Thanks.
I'm Damien Tracy. I'm from Bundaberg in Queensland, Australia. I've been doing Quantum the same time as David and the other Aussies. Yeah, I just think learning this new work is just fantastic, and I'm just really enjoying incorporating it into the clinic. It's just opened my eyes, my patients' eyes. I've still got a shoulder problem that George says that I'm one of the few people he still needs to work on to sort out. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be here. So,
Thank you so much.
Peter. My name's Peter O'Dwyer from Sydney, Australia. In March or February this year, I went and saw my friend who'd got the videos, the DVDs, I should say, and I go every week to see John. And on the Thursday, I rang him up and said, "Could I come back again?" Because I felt so great. I didn't know what it was, but I felt so great. And so when George came to Sydney, I came along, and I'm glad I did.
Me too. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm John Doherty from Sydney, Australia. As Peter said, I got the DVDs, and then as soon as George came to Sydney, attended the seminar, so it's been a bit of a whirlwind year. What I've really appreciated is the way Quantum Neurology strengthens up the nervous system to actually strengthen your patients. Their ability to resist stresses and prevent relapses has been fantastic. And then each module, so we did module 2, the sensory work. As soon as we did that, suddenly I have all these sensory patients coming in the door. Don't know where they came from, but anyway, got something to do to help them. And so hopefully this weekend take away a lot more so I can help patients in a greater way. Thanks, George.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Jeff Huang from Taiwan, and every time when patients thank me, I always think in my heart, I always thank George, because he helped a lot of patients, especially for the cranial nerve. You know, some patients who have stroke or even a Parkinson's disease, and he helped a lot, especially their face change, and they can smile. The face is not stiff anymore. And they always send me. I say, "Oh, thank my doctor. I learned in the United States." So thank you, George. It's great work.
Hi, I'm Claudia Anders from Berea, Ohio, near Cleveland, the great North Coast that swung the election. And I just realized as I was putting my cases together, this is my second time around here, how fast people were improving. I was like totally blown away. I'm like, I saw you for how many visits? 2. And it was done, like gone. I'm like, what? This is so great, just so fantastic. It's just got staying power. My patients are talking to me. They come in and they go, "I think my neuro expression is off, Dr. Claudia." I'm like, wow, it's like so cool. It's really given people a language and empowered them to know that their bodies can heal and they can activate that innate power within. It's just awesome.
Thank you so much. Let's give that
I'm Rock Johnston. I came all the way from Irvine, California, which was quite a feat this morning on the 405. But I started doing this work in 2003 and have never looked back. It changed my whole practice and what I feel, why I'm a chiropractor and what I can do to help people. Thank you, George.
My name is James Sheen. I'm in Kearney, Nebraska. I'm here because I called up Rock. I said I was looking for something a bit different for the office. There's some things that you see and you know that you want to deal with, you need to deal with it, and you didn't know how to get there. And he said, I took the coolest class ever. He goes, you got to learn how to run this laser. So I came out, I think it was 07 or 06 when I took the first class. And yeah, it's interesting how it makes things shift. The people that you would have wanted to run away and hide, or you just didn't know what to do. And then you stand back today and going, I can do it. So thank you, Dr. George.
Hi, my name is Bill Yu. I'm from New Jersey. I've been doing this QM for 1 year now, and it was through a referral from a friend of mine who's not here yet. But after the first seminar, I couldn't stop coming, like everybody else here. So I'm finishing the whole thing up in 1 year. Just incredible. I finally have my first stroke case. He came in 2 weeks ago. It's only been 3 visits now, but he's 47, had a stroke 2 years after brain aneurysm. Every visit we're getting results. What can I tell you? And George told me, don't forget the sensory. Sensory is 80%. Absolutely. I almost forgot sensory. I had to go back. I said, look at my book, and there you go. It was sensory.
I love it.
And of course, he's been to PT, OT, and everything else, but we know we are the best. And thanks, George, for changing my life.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you.
My name's Joe Tokars from Boston, and I first started George's work when it was GRT back in 04, 05. I haven't been able to, and why I started back then was I wanted to create miracles, and George's work has allowed me to do that, and I'm here to finish and master level 3 or module 3, and just take it a step beyond.
I'm David Blasick, practice in the Seattle, Washington area. Bellevue is the actual city where I practice, and I don't know, I think it's 10 plus years that I've been attending Quantum Neurology. I was thinking as I was listening to everyone saying I had to come back. I normally think of addictions as being a negative thing, something I want to get rid of. But I'll tell you, I'm addicted to quantum neurology, and I don't want to get rid of it. Like everyone else, you know, I used to always have that little bit of apprehension, that sense of self-doubt as various patients bring, you know, different conditions to the office. And it's just such a neat feeling to know at that real deep certainty kind of way that there's an answer to this. All I've got to do is apply all these things that we've already learned and explore, and there is an answer. And it's just such a empowering feeling. It's so wonderful. So, George, thank you so much.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you. Let's give that row a hand.
I'm Tony Rump from Northwestern Ohio. I'm addicted also. I've been coming about 6 or 7 years, and I started when my daughter got hurt, and I called George, and everything George said just was right on. She healed fast, and then she had another similar injury on the other knee, and it healed 3 times as fast, and here I am. So thank you, George.
Absolutely. Thank you.
My name's Paul Royce. I'm from Toronto, Canada. Another Canuck, yeah. Yeah, that's right. So I'm here. I took module 1, 2, got great results, and I'm actually here because more and more referrals are coming in for visceral stuff. So I decided to take the plunge again and start doing the visceral, and I think I am an addict too.
Scott Mindell, Seattle, Washington. It's my second time going through the courses, and just to repeat with everyone else, it's changed my practice, it's changed my life. It allows me to go to work knowing, free much more confident with any condition, and it just gives me a lot of freedom and just a lot of confidence, more fun in practice. So.
Hello, this is Sang Ba ma'am. I just graduated 2 weeks ago, so I have no case share with you, but my parents love this technique, so thank you.
Good morning, I'm Kathy Lipman. I'm sort of a weirdo here because I'm a medical doctor, and I feel so privileged to have been able to meet George and say, wow, this is an amazing technique. I practice environmental and preventive medicine, and the use of quantum neurology for me is evolving, because I'm finding as I test people, I do a lot of muscle testing and electrodermal testing. I told you I was a weirdo. Anyway, I'm finding layers where people are showing neuroexpression are out, and I do for example, I'll be testing and their liver comes up, and I'm trying to figure out, is it scars, is it nutritional deficiencies, whatever it is, and no, it's a quantum neurology expression. So there are layers of it, and the more I do it, the more it's clearing, so I can see what else is going on for this person. And I was so grateful. I have an 80-year-old friend who fell in a restaurant, hit her head, and I saw her the next day, and it was obvious to me and to her that she had a mild concussion. Did, maybe 5 minutes, myotomes, cranials, gave her some homeopathic arnica, and I called her the next day. She was perfect. So thank you very much, George, for augmenting my practice and being able to provide this for people.
I'm Mark Schwartz. I practice in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm not sure what else to say. This work has really given people a lot of hope when they're told there's nothing else to do or that they need surgery. And I'm just excited about learning some new technique to bring back.
My name is Andy Smith. I'm from North Carolina, and I started quantum neurology this year, and this will be my second module 3. And case histories are so wonderful, and I've been a chiropractor for 33 years, and have a lot of stories to share over those times, but it seems like the miracles kind of came every once in a while. So a lot of my friends would get excited about a sciatica pain, and I'm wanting something different to happen. And since quantum neurology, I guess the two stories, if I had two people with me to share, the one is one little girl. She's 7 years old, one of the most beautiful little girls. Her name's Hennessy, and she's had seizures for 5 years. She has to wear a helmet to go to school, and she falls when she goes to the bathroom, so she's just bouncing off the walls with seizures and cranial nerve problems. And we corrected those. She's been no seizure for 8 weeks now, and she is excited. Grandma's excited. They're still making her wear a helmet. They're not quite sure it's going to stay that way, the school teachers, but I know they have their requirements. One young fellow who was a son of a patient couple of mine was unfortunately had a gunshot wound in the neck, and I was invited to their home after he came from the hospital, and he had some phantom pain in his shoulder, and they wanted me to do some work there. And so I go over thinking, I'll check the shoulder, but I'm going to look at some other stuff here. So I went over, and he's in his wheelchair, and he's just a head, really. He can move his head, full range of motion. He can shrug his right shoulder about this much, and he said, watch my left shoulder, and there was nothing. But that's all the movement he had. No sensation, pinwheel, hot, cold, no sensory, nothing. And I won't go through the process that's been going on, but about 4 weeks ago, I was at his house, and right before I was getting ready, it's actually when I came on this visit, he said, come here, I want to show you something. And he's in his bed. I go over to his house. And he said, come down here real close. And his right arm is laying on a pillow, and his hand is in this position. He said, get down close, I want to show you something. I get down closer. And when I get down here, he went like this and hit me in the head with his damn hand. I said, holy cow. We knew that he was getting movement, but I said, you didn't have to hit me so hard. So he's able to move his legs. We had him sitting up in the bed. So this young man is really coming around. And it's just a joy. And I would have never even thought of it. I'd have done the shoulder and gone home before I met you. So thanks so much for being able to provide this to my community in Concord, North Carolina. Thank you.
Greetings. I'm Jonathan Lemler from Oxnard, California, and I am a QAnon-aholic. I admit. Thank you, George. You have unleashed the mad scientist in me, because applying this to any and everything I come up to, I mean, my patients think I'm crazy, because of just the weird things I have them doing in the room. I have an open room, and so I have 5 tables, and people are all just partying. And when I have people, I have them clucking like chickens and testing their arms, and well, that's one of my tests for the vagus nerve now, clucking. But it's made it a lot more fun. My patients are really enjoying the whole process of being helped, as opposed to just, patients used to be fearful and in my office, and they would just, have a position where they weren't sure what to expect. Fun, and they can see I'm having fun, everything up, and healing happens. And so you've created an environment for my patients for healing to happen. I appreciate that. And I've been attracting cases that I've never attracted before. Ones that have had no help in the past, and they're getting better. That's all we want. So thank you.
Hi, Kathy Warren, Huntington Beach. I'm a chiropractor. I've been working on QN for 2 years now. I'm part-time, a small practice, so it's taken me a while, but I finally arrived. Quantum Neurology. Taken me 2 years. It's funny seeing Rock Johnson here, though, because I have a Parkinson's patient, and she goes, well, who am I going to see while you're gone? She goes, oh, there's Rock Johnson in Irvine. I can go see him. But here you are. Anyway, it's wonderful to have that network, too. I have patients, if they're going to another state or somewhere else, we're looking on your website to see, well, who's there and how far have they gone in this work, and so that's absolutely wonderful, too. I'm a QN-aholic. I thank you. It's really amazing. I tell people when I go to chamber events and whatever, everyone knows what chiropractic can do. Now everyone's familiar with chiropractic. When I mention quantum neurology, I just say it is the beyond of chiropractic. What chiropractic can accomplish, quantum neurology can, so it's fantastic. And I think one of my best cases is a lady that was in a car accident who had traumatic brain injury. She had foot drops. She lost her taste and smell. And I've been working with her for a year, and she has her taste and smell back. She's enjoying cooking and eating food again, and bringing her foot up and be able to walk and have a strut. And I have a Parkinson's patient too who has a strut now. When he leaves the office, I say, we got to play John Travolta, Staying Alive, because now you aren't just doing that Parkinson's walk, you are strutting. It's a lot of fun. Thank you. Where's this going? And what is this?
Thank you very much. Ooh, exciting day. Oh, let's see. Just has to follow me over here. So this is my cool little robot here. It's yes, my little camera robot. So it just follows me around. Whoever's holding the mic, it'll just follow them. So it's exciting that way.